So we're gonna check this video out from the good brother Osei Duke Jackson. This is gonna be fair use. He clapped transgender cheeks, then had OnlyFans models itching. Hold on, I gotta put on headphones, which I forgot about. So hold on. 1 second, 1 second. Why are they tangled? But they can work. So let's see what this is about. This sounds interesting.
Wanted to go to Tasha K. And then a question was asked, does he like trans women?
What about Diamond the Body?
Diamond the Body, that's my boo.
Okay. Now that I think y'all was in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all made content together and everything too?
Yeah.
Was it a real relationship?
You gotta see it on the OnlyFans.
Here's the thing, because I heard you put a hole in the wall. Why did you put a hole in the wall?
When?
Apparently there was some allegations being made that you like trans women, or you was making out with a trans woman. Is that true? No.
I actually never heard that. That's funny.
Really? You serious?
You can tell by his response that he has a booty clappish response. And I've been to his page before since this is broken out.
You know,
I can honestly say I don't know if all of those are chicks for what I saw, but some of them look like it could have been a mixture. I mean, it was some cheek
BBL
clapping
right
going
there.
on. But again, some of them were looking a little bit, right? I will tell you a little bit suspect. Now, what also happened, guys, is this young lady, the real Danae, decided to expose him.
I'm just gonna say, yes, he gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with, and he told me that he was gonna send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research, and it is my fault. I know the people that already have it know exactly what I'm talking about, but whenever you realize and find out that you have something as severe as that, it's heartbreaking. It causes you to go through an immense amount of trauma and depression. I was going through so much at the time, and I've already gone through so much, so at the time it was very hard for me to speak up about anything. I do fully disclose anybody that I have sexual interactions with. I tell them before.
This lady said this guy gave her the uncurable. I think she's lying.
Nobody is made underwear. You guys can demonize me, whatever, but I'm sorry. Hearing these girls sob and not know what to do because for a while they didn't know if that's what was going on. It's so sad because the agency does not make you test. Talent testing does not make you test for. That is one of the only things that they don't make you test.
Okay, so since we think that my story is so interesting and I have so many people tuned in, let me educate the public real quick. There are so many STDs that people do not get tested for. Like, it's an STD that most men can't get tested for because you have to stick a cotton swab in your tip in order to detect that virus inside of you. Most women don't know what they have until they're 21 years of age because they're not allowed to get a pap smear until they're 25. MGen, Mycoplasma genitalium, is an STD that people don't even know exists. Only porn stars get tested for that. You have to literally ask them and beg people, high key. Because I remember one time I didn't get tested by talent testing, and I had to literally beg my gynecologist to test me for MGen because they don't just test for it. Hepatitis. There is hepatitis A, B, and C. Only C is curable, and you have to go on medication for 3 months. The rest of them, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, the rest of them is lifelong. People don't even know about trichomoniasis. They just know about gonorrhea, chlamydia, and HIV. HSV2 and HSV1. 2 viruses that also are not regularly tested on regular full panel.
I just have a seems simple to me. If you're in the, and this is gonna just sound so dumb and stupid because I don't want to say certain words because this is gonna be on YouTube as well. You don't have to be in that adult industry. Oh, whether you believe it or not, it's easy for you to be in that. All you gotta do is lay down and you're gonna get a check. How about women like to go to school so much, especially black women, you like to go to school and get your degree and you tout that as an accomplishment and you're a homeowner and you have your own vehicle, you're being a fully functioning adult. Why go into that industry? And you're opening up yourself to, so you don't even have to be in that industry. If you're a halfway decent looking woman like this lady, she's cute. A man won't hesitate to approach her. Most men, I wouldn't. And the reason I wouldn't, because that septum, that nose ring, get out of here with that. But anyway, most men are not like me. But just a novel idea. Don't be in that industry. Of course, educate yourself. Educate yourself on STDs and all this type of stuff if you're sexually active, blah, blah, blah. Of course. You'll be doing yourself a disservice if you did not do that. Now, once you're in that industry and the man that you're about to do 4 scenes with has 3,100 bodies, that's what he says. I don't know how old he is. I tried to do the math and I don't think it's possible. But 3,100 bodies. I think now a man, even a woman, once you get into the teens with bodies, your chances of contracting something, anything, goes up exponentially. You go into the thousands, the 2,000s, the 3,100, like this guy that she was with, that she claimed gave her this. She's lying, by the way, because there's other videos that refute what she said. It goes up exponentially that you're going to contract something.
I'm just telling y'all that before you sit here and kiki and laugh at finding out that they have an STD, make sure.
Why even subject yourself to this? Find a man, cooperate with a man, get married, have children, and get the fuck up out of here. That's all you got to do instead of doing this. That's all I'm saying.
Sure that your results are all negative. You don't know what's going on. You don't know the dangers of having. Don't have unless you know coming from a that didn't know that the person that they were about to collab with, her first collab, was somebody who had an active sore. I'm stupid. I know. I did not know. I was uneducated about. I was not aware of what a lesion looked like. You guys can laugh at me. It's fine. I laugh.
Biggie said, if you don't know, now you know. I'm going to say, if you don't know, you should have known. You know that don't look right. There's no sores or any misconfigurations or blemishes or anything like that on a shaft. If it is, it's for a reason. You need to ask, what's that? What's the brown thing? What's the brown thing? You need to ask about that. Oh, yeah, you do. But let's see what type of unaccountability that this lady is going to continue to spew.
I laughed at myself. I scolded myself. I bullied myself. None of the you guys are saying to me is stuff that actually hurt. I just need everybody to be aware. I do not want to watch another person lose their mind on my phone because they did not know that they were somebody that was going to give them hurt. Stay vigilant. And before you laugh at somebody, please be educated. Please know what's going on.
So let me just say this.
Hold on, O'Shea.
This is a guy that has over 3.
And I see a lot of women, their thing is they did not know. Men are to the point to where we don't care that you did not know. You're supposed to know. A pattern I notice with women is that they do the shit, and then they regret it, and then they got scars, and then they got trauma, and then they claim they grow from it. Now, men, I'm talking about men, I'm not talking about boys. On the other hand, we don't go into it in the first place. We don't even go into it. I tell you what, people have called me, you scared about something. Yeah. Being scared has kept me free. Plenty of times growing up. Being scared. I do not want to learn from experience. I think that's the worst way to learn. You go in, you bump your head. Okay, I ain't doing that no more. You go into another situation, you bump your head, you learn a little more. You go into another situation, you bump your head, you learn a little more. But how about this? Little tidbit for you. Have you ever overheard someone talking about a situation? Just pick a situation. Whether it's relationship, it's regular, simple life experiences. Did you ever pay attention to them? Did you ever understand why you're hearing this and why you should pay attention to it? That's a life lesson for you. Listen to what they're talking about. It could be anything. It could be buying a car. It can be a relationship. It can be a credit card conversation. It can be anything. There's a reason why you're hearing it. Pay attention to it, because you know what? It's going to resonate with you, because it'll pop up later, years later. And you're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. The worst way to learn about something is bumping your own head on the situation, and then later on you go to regret doing that. So avoid those situations.
1,000 bodies. He has an OnlyFans page. He doesn't use condoms, and he's a booty clapper, and he might be clapping transgender cheeks. What did you expect would happen out of doing a scene with him? See, these are the questions that none of y'all really want to talk about.
I mean, for Pete's sake, the dude's name is Gucci Third Leg. Besides everything else I just said about the bodies that he got. Come on, what do you think was going to happen? But she ended up lying. He did not give it to her.
These are the questions that none of y'all really want to ask. And so when you guys are out here getting your cheeks clapped, and then something happens to you as young ladies, because you're just trying to get on and, you know, you want to get a name out there, and then, you know, something goes bad because this guy never wears condoms, you're upset. And again, I can understand you being upset because you shouldn't have, been exposed to that because that was still wrong. Like, do you understand that this guy's Instagram is even growing larger? The guy is not losing out on people on the gram. This dude is still, listen to what I'm saying. He is still going to be getting cheeks. He is still going to be getting more people out there, and ladies are still going to let him clap it up. I can guarantee you. Don't be surprised if he has more scenes. Allegedly, he clapped up. This dude has deleted his Instagram, but whenever he comes back, just know he's going to be clapping something up. I can guarantee you. There is going to be booty clapping going on. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea.
So yeah, that's gonna be the end of that. The dude's name was Gucci Third Leg, and he's a young man. What do you think he's doing? You can just you can go look. You don't have to look that hard. He said he has. This is the way he said it. He has 3,000 and 100 something to that effect bodies. That's what he said. How many STDs you think this guy done had? He probably got an STD every 5th woman that he's been with, which I doubt he has 3,100 bodies, but that's like mathematically, that's crazy.